Hi, I'm Kathleen with the Catholic Company, and this is how to use your Daily Roman Missal. First, take some time flipping through your Missal. It should have an index to help you visualize how the Missal is organized. Familiarize yourself with the layout of the sections. There may also be a short section called How to Use this Missal, which will be helpful. Also, at the beginning of your Missal, you should have a liturgical calendar. This calendar will help you find the page numbers of the readings each week. Find the year at the top, 2012. Next, you will see that for Sunday, we are using the readings with Cycle B. For weekdays, we are using the readings for Week 2. Next, the calendar is organized by weeks in the liturgical year. Each week starts with the date for Sunday. Scan down the column under 2012 to find the date of the Sunday you need. For example, today is Tuesday, January 17th. This past Sunday was January 15th. When I scan down and find January 15th, the second week of Ordinary Time. The readings for the week can be found starting on page 858. Now let's find the readings we need and start arranging our ribbons. We will go to page 858. See here at the bottom where it says Second Week in Ordinary Time. Now we need to find the readings for today, Tuesday. Flip some pages until you see page 869. Remember, our liturgical calendar told us that in 2012, we are in the weekly cycle for Week 2. So first you will see the first reading in Psalms for Week 1. Skip those. You will read them next year. Find the first reading and Psalms for Week 2, page 870. The Alleluia and Gospel for the day will follow. Pick a ribbon to keep your place. The colors don't really matter and are up to you. Use whatever you think is the best placement. We are using the maroon ribbon to mark our daily readings. What about the other ribbons? Where should they go? Well, we already finished with Advent, so let's get ready for Lent. Look in the table of contents and find the page number for the start of Lent. In this case, it is the page 189. Take your first ribbon, ours is white, and mark this page. Now you will be ready to find the readings for Ash Wednesday. Next, let's put ribbons in so we can find the different sections of the Mass. Let's find the beginning of the Mass, the introductory rites. The table of contents tells us to start on page 713, so let's put the gold ribbon there. You will see the prayers in Latin on the left side of the page and in English on the right page. You will follow along with the prayers in the section until the time of the readings. Move the gold ribbon as you go. What happens then? You flip to your maroon ribbon. There you already have the pages marked for the readings. After the readings are through, you will need to flip back to the section with the gold ribbon to finish the Creed and move into the Liturgy of the Eucharist. Follow along with the prayers until you reach the preface. This section will change depending on the time of the year. In this case, we need to flip until we find the preface for Ordinary Time, page 745. As you flip, you will see special prefaces for different holy days and liturgical seasons. Sometimes there are options and the priest can choose which prayer he wants to use. Try not to get frustrated if it takes you a minute to figure out which preface he is reading. Next is the Eucharistic prayer. There are multiple versions of this, and the priest is allowed to pick which one he wants to use. Sometimes the priest will announce which prayer he is using, but sometimes you will have to listen and flip through to find it. You may want to put a ribbon there, and we will be marking our Eucharistic prayers with a red ribbon. Next is the communion rite and the concluding rite. These don't have as many options and are easy to follow along with at the end of the Mass. If you go to daily Mass, you may want to put a ribbon in the section for the Proper of the Saints, page 1733. These are the special readings used for saint feast days. For example, today is the feast of St. Anthony Abbot. We will mark the Proper of Saints with a green ribbon. There are many other special sections listed in the table of contents for prayers and readings that can be used at special Masses. You will need to determine if you are using those sections enough to need a ribbon placement. We are going to skip them for now, but the table of contents can help us find them quickly if we need them in the future. Besides having everything you need for Mass, the Missal is a rich prayer and devotional resource. Take a look at the table of contents and you will see a long list of basic prayers, prayer for Mass, prayer for adoration, how to pray the Rosary, and many more. We will place our blue ribbon at the start of this handy section, page 2259. Feel free to move the ribbon to the prayers and devotions you use the most. As you become more familiar with your Missal, you will probably change your ribbons as you need. Remember, the goal of the Missal is to help you get the most out of the sacrifice of the Mass. There is no right or wrong way. If you get frustrated or become impatient, ask a parishioner or even a priest for help. Thank you, and God bless.